You know, we all have to manage different kinds of rooms, don't we? I mean, some of us find ourselves on the stage. Some of us are in boardrooms or meeting rooms. Some of us are on sale calls doing multi-level marketing. Some of us are asking donors to invest in our nonprofit to make a difference in the community or in the world. Some of us are asking our employees to follow us on a vision that they can't quite see yet. What seems to be consistent with the rooms that we're working to own today, and this, what is our, hard to believe, our last section on Own the Room that we've been doing for the last month and a half as we wrap up 2019. What seems to be consistent in the rooms that we have to own is that generally the rooms are high stakes, high risk, no fail type situations because trust has gotten so depleted and distractions are so prevalent. And frankly, the expectations put on us as leaders have never been higher, right? So when we think about the rooms that we have to go into, it creates a level of anxiety. From the stage, some people call it stage fright. If you're in sports, some call it performance anxiety or the jitters. But whatever you call it, we all know that feeling when we get in front of the boss or we get in front of that big client or we look out at those 1,000 people, or we're talking to our teenager when she's very upset and deciding whether or not to listen to us. These high stakes moments where our palms start to sweat, we can hear our own voice in our ears, everything seems to move in slow motion, our heart's palpitating, our pits are sweating, our voice is cracking. All of that, all of those are physiological examples or symptoms of anxiety. And the thing that we need to remember is that this is normal. Most human beings on the planet are going to feel some level of anxiety when they have to get in front of other people when the stakes are high. It just means that it matters. It just means that it's important. And it's just energy that's moving through you. So the first thing that I tell leaders when this happens is give yourself a break, right? I've been speaking for years. I've done dozens of iterations of the play. And the truth is, I feel a very heightened sense of anxiety when I get in front of people. It's just how it is. But what I've learned is I've learned how to manage that energy. You know, I teach Green Berets to this day and other special operators to go into these high stakes situations. And in their training courses, they're put through these lanes or scenarios with role players that really push the envelope. Grieving parents or angry host nation soldiers that are threatening to throw them out of the country. And these candidates or students are graded on their ability to go into these high stakes situations and perform and make human connections and make strategic decisions and keep relationships in check when frankly, these are really lose-lose situations. And if they fail, they're out of the course. So how do they do it? Well, one of the things that I tell folks in these situations, the candidates and the students is, remember, this is just energy moving through you. So we want to put that energy out here. We want to learn to manage our energy. That's what we're really focusing on here. To overcome anxiety, we have to manage our energy. We have to manage our energy. And what I would ask you to do is to think about that energy and think about yourself as a vessel or an instrument. You're there to make a human connection. You're there to move things forward, to build relationships. That energy is just moving through you. It's not about you. It's not about whether you're good or bad or competent or incompetent. That energy is just moving through you. You are a vessel, an instrument to pass ideas and human connection, and the energy is just part of the package, right? So think about that as you're working through this. Also understand that, remember, the more we understand about our nature and the more we know who we are as humans, the better we can manage anxiety and stage fright and things like that. For example, humans are social creatures. We have lived and survived and thrived for tens of thousands of years based on the status that we have with other human beings around us. That's why we form tribes and clans, and that's how we've survived. And our status literally governs whether we live or die, remain in the clan or cast out from the clan, whether we're able to acquire resources, find a mate. So at a biological level, we're always semi-consciously evaluating our status in the presence of others. It literally means life or death. So when you get up on the stage and you walk up there to take the microphone and you literally feel like you're going to die, that's what's going on. We actually fear speaking in many cases as much as we fear death because we're status creatures. We don't want to get voted off the island. At a biological, visceral, primal level, we know that if that happens, that we're cast out of the tribe. So a lot of the stuff that you're battling when you go up there, look, this is primal stuff. It's been around for tens of thousands of years. The question is, how do you harness it and move that energy and put it out here so that it actually serves you for stronger human connections? Because believe me, there is a way to stand on that energy. There's a way to harness that nervousness and put it back out there in the service of the people that you lead. How cool is that? It doesn't mean you won't still be nervous and you won't still feel anxious. I mean, Frank Sinatra was throwing up in the toilet on the night of his last performance, right? But he still, you know, old Blue Eyes, can I call him Blue Eyes, Wes? Old Blue Eyes still delivers the goods, you know what I mean? So it's important that we learn how to manage this energy. Let me give you a couple of best practices on this. First of all, the book Improve Your Storytelling by Doug Littman, I tell you, of all the books I've read on storytelling, it's my favorite. And it's because Doug is so generous, not only in what he gives us in the crafting of a story, but how to prepare to tell a story. And there's a whole chapter in there on overcoming anxiety as a storyteller. Things that you can notice about the people who you're serving, and it will totally dissipate the energy. For example, notice how much you care about the people that you're giving the talk to. 9 times out of 10, those people want you to succeed. You know certain people out in the audience. So remember how much you care about them before you get in front of them. That's a great way, but it's just one of the many things that Doug Littman can give you in his book. Let me give you a few that I've learned from the Rooftop community. Diaphragmatic breathing is absolutely essential. How you breathe in the moment before you take the stage is key. And the reason is this. When we're worried about our status and what others around us think, do I look stupid on the stage? Is my butt big? Whatever. That's a sympathetic state of the nervous system. We are in a sympathetic state. So we're in fight, flight, or freeze, right? We're going primal. We're reptilian. If you could do diaphragmatic breathing, where you basically expand your belly on the inhale, like Dr. Belisa teaches us, and then you squeeze belly to spine on the exhale, do that 5 reps, and you'll start to lower yourself into a parasympathetic state, which is calm and connect. Why does that matter? Because, like Bo Eason says, if you allow yourself to be in that sympathetic state, fight, flight, or freeze, where you're literally in your head, we think you don't trust yourself. And if you don't trust yourself, we can't trust you. We can't approve your plan. We can't buy from you. We can't follow you. It's that simple. You do the diaphragmatic breathing, boom. You drop into that parasympathetic state, which is calm and connect. Now, not only do you look like you're in your body, but you're creating a sense of psychological safety, which Daniel Coyle says is the #1 thing for high-performing cultures. How about that? Just by doing diaphragmatic breathing, and Wes is a long-time rock and roller. He'll tell you the same thing. Before every gig, there's a breathing regimen that before he walks on stage. It makes a huge difference. You show up differently, right? So diaphragmatic breathing is a big thing. I actually have a thing, and we're going to do this as my Christmas gift to you, and it's free. I have developed this system that I actually originally built for Green Beret candidates called pre-engagement preparation. And I'm doing it all over the country at places that I teach. The results that this is having on the battlefield, in high-stress situations in special ops schoolhouses, for law enforcement, and for some of the most high-performing Fortune 100 leaders that I work with, you want this, right? So as my Christmas gift to you, 2019, holiday gift, excuse me, we're going to give you access to pre-engagement preparation. Just go to the link that's on this screen right now, and you can download the video, and you can watch this really cool short video on how to do pre-engagement preparation. And I'm telling you, it will help you show up better for your kids when you go home after a long day of work. It will help you in those high-stakes negotiations. It will help you before you have to take the mic for a keynote. So just go to the link below, check out that video, and my only ask of you is if this video served you in any way, please not only share it on social media, but send it to someone in your tribe who could benefit from it. Maybe someone who is jammed up by anxiety or stage fright, and this could help them, right? Imagine what that will do for the people they serve. What a great gift that you can give somebody, and it's all free. If this stuff is resonating with you, we'd love to have you as part of our Rooftop tribe. We're going to be doing Rooftop Leadership live in the spring. It'll be here before you know it, April 3 through 5. These are small classes. If you go to rooftopleadership.com, you'll start to see announcements on it starting in the new year. Meanwhile, I hope that all of you guys have a great holiday season. Hold your families near and dear. And also, please remember that we have men and women serving in harm's way around the world this holiday season so that we can have these days with our families. Let's not forget them. Check in on their families and make sure they're doing okay. Thanks for what you do, and I will see you on the rooftop.